So the first question is, do you believe that Melbourne's public transport system supports the large sporting culture in Melbourne?
It's not bad. I think that, like anything, there's always room for improvement, and we've got an expanding population here in Melbourne, so it's a difficult challenge, and I think it's generally recognised within the city of Melbourne that we need to do more, we need to do better. But it's it's not too bad. The capacity needs to be improved.
Yeah.
But when you think of the variation we've got between trams, buses, trains. We've got a nice blend in there that seems to service our sporting precinct in particular quite well.
Okay, thank you.
So, do you think the tickets and prices for transport to games and like the prices for tickets at sporting events are too expensive here?
For the transport of actually to the events?
Yeah, both.
Well, the transportation is reasonable. You always want to try and keep it as affordable as you can, but it's a challenge to make it financially viable, the transportation network. So it's actually a very topical point amongst the community here as far as the costs are concerned, and particularly with the new system, the MyKey system, that's relatively new. It's been around a few years, but relatively new, that's copped a lot of criticism. But by and large, I think the public transport costs are reasonable. Sports in general is again, I think it's edging towards the expensive side, and we'd like to see those costs more reflective of that, where more people can afford it.
Okay.
But it's it's a balancing act they've got, and when you consider how popular sports are here in Melbourne, you say that the balance is not bad, but with concerns about it getting too high, particularly some of the major events. But to go to the football, to go to basketball games here, or to go to many of the cricket games, not all of them, some are more expensive than others, but many of the cricket games, that they are reasonably affordable.
Yeah, okay. Do you think that Melbourne City has the ability to cater for like the ever-growing sporting culture that is in Melbourne?
Oh my word! Facility development is a big priority in this city, and not just for the elite level, but for the grassroots. And I think right now the city of Melbourne and the state of Victoria would be the envy of most states as far as its grassroots development. But we're also privileged because we've had major events here, whether it be the Olympic Games back in '56 or the Commonwealth Games not too long ago. We've got fantastic facilities. The legacy of those programs have created some magnificent facilities, and because it's such an important part of our culture, our state government has allocated a lot of resources to the facilities. So you look at the new soccer stadium there, or the rectangle field stadium we've got where they play rugby league and soccer. You look at the MCG and the development they've done there, and even this place here, the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, where some of the Commonwealth Games events were held. We're very, very lucky in this city, and I think that we have got tremendous facilities for the community.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think the Melbourne transport system can make it more convenient to get to a sporting match or event?
Can always make it more convenient, but it's not bad. If you want to go to the major sports precincts, and that the one in Melbourne, I'm not sure if you've been to the MCG and all the facilities around there, there's tram services there, there's bus services there, there's the train service, so it is well serviced by the public transport system. So, always do it better, but what we've got right now is not bad.
Okay. Do you see Melbourne as one of the sporting capitals of Australia and even the world?
There's no doubt that this city here is one of the sporting capitals. It is definitely the sporting capital of Australia, and possibly one of the sporting capitals of the world, because you don't have to look at the major events that this city has been able to hold in most sports, where swimming, with what we have had with the big international events, with tennis, with the tennis we've had the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games. All these events have been held here, and the thing, whenever they have been held here, they've been well received and very popular events. We have a great passion for sport in this city. It's very much ingrained into our culture, and I think it's one of the true benefits of the city.
Yeah, okay.
Do you believe that Melbourne City Council and Victoria State Government are doing enough to help the sporting industry professionally, or is there anything they can change?
The state and local governments do a fantastic job. As similar to what you're talking about with the transportation, you always want more.
Yeah.
And you're always looking to continue to develop, and certainly here in Melbourne and throughout the state of Victoria, there is a high demand for sport, and that's not just as supporters, but that is as participants as well. So I think we do a pretty good job of developing facilities for participation. We've got world-class facilities that cater for the elite. So again, I think that we've got more than most, so we don't want to be too greedy.
Yeah.
But to say that there is certainly demand there to continue that development.
Yeah. Do you think that the public transport system's layouts makes it easier for residents and visitors wishing to attend like matches and training sessions and anything like that they want to go to?
Yeah, most certainly. Pretty much, whether even coming from regional areas, the train services that we have, the bus services are available. There is a major focus on the sports events, and I think that our system has the flexibility to cater for those events. So if there's a major event, whether it's putting on extra services to ensure that we provide those opportunities, and the way in which the public transport system works in with events, there's always examples you can point to say, well, this was a bit of a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
But by and large, across the checks and balances, I think you say that it's continuing to develop. We want to do more, but it's not too bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think upcoming athletes living in Melbourne have more of an advantage compared to other states? And if so, what could it be?
I think that in some areas they are. I think that the facilities that we have here, not only the physical facilities, but the human resources we have of elite level coaches and medicos, and a lot of the sports science stuff is here. But it's one that I think as a nation we're pretty privileged that each major city has pretty decent facilities where athletes that are showing that potential to develop into elite athletes have the resources where, if it might require a greater level of commitment in other cities, but it's still very much achievable. But certainly here in Victoria, because of our facilities, we do have a bit of an advantage over some of the other states.
Yeah. I think most people would agree that over the last 20 years or so, there's been a lot of improvement in the sporting culture and facilities in Melbourne. Do you think there'll be a lot over the next 20 years? Yeah,
well, like I said, we're lucky to have the Commonwealth Games, and that left a bit of a legacy with some of the facilities that we have, and I think it's ongoing. It's an ongoing as far as the state and local government's recognition of the importance of sport.
Yeah.
And as such, they're always looking for projects and ways in which they can service the community. And there's no doubt that there's a significant demand for sport, and that obviously that the economic realities of it are that sometimes you can't do some of the development that we'd all want, but in general it's ongoing, and it'll continue to grow.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's about it.
How easy is that?
Yeah. Thanks, Andrew.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you, Jim.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Good luck, boys.
Would you mind